Hello, welcome back to more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All, where last time we began the first case of the game, and it's off to a bit of a, rough start, must admit. This case has some interesting, I don't want to say conveniences, but, definitely stretching the logic a little bit on some of these, because, yeah, just go back and watch the first episode if you want to see some of the stuff I'm talking about, because, whoa. They really stretched some of this out to the maximum. Anyway. Hey, Amnesia! I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I hear you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie should be all you need. No, I think I'll pass on this one. Come on, I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course! I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name, and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay. Really, I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. For all the wrong reasons. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Phoenix Wright. What a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay, there are some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Phoenix's business card. That was way too convoluted for me to say. Sorry, it was way more. I shouldn't have had such a hard time saying it, is what I was trying to say. That's a core record. I guess now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with the cell phone, but cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up and tell me then. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. She's wearing a Blue Badger shirt. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Okay, so I'm trying to think of what voice to give this. Do we think it's gonna be the murderer on the other end of this phone? I'm gonna go with yes. Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where's the phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this? You think that's anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... Who the hell are you? Is it gonna be Gumshoe? It's probably gonna be Gumshoe. Oh, Maya! You're just here? Alright then. You're so mean! I called you 1,000,000 times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check the courtroom, everyone had already left. Who the heck is this? Oh, Phoenix. Oh, buddy. Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too? Hey, good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you too, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh, and what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super-important evidence. Here you are, Nick, the thing you wanted me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this, a list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good? As in... There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Names list adds to the core record. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me. And where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick?
You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie brought.
So that's where they're from.
You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you.
I'm just smiling from ear to ear that Maya's back, but she's just back? They're not gonna call attention to it, she's just back? Maya, actually Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright, recess is over now. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately.
Oh, oops, guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick.
Wish us luck. I guess I have to all the pieces now. More or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not gonna lose this. I can't.
Come on, Nick. Better get a move on.
Yeah. September 8th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that run people the wrong way, you see. So I asked that the court might be a little lenient on.
There is no need to give us a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls us next witness. A drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder.
Yep, it's this guy.
Please say your name for the court, witness.
Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something.
Huh? Alright, go ahead.
Just now, you introduced my wonderful...
Okay, the pitch of that voice just went up so much.
Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk?
Did I?
But I will not stand for that, now that you've tinted this court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Surely, I suppose, colored me a university student, but oh, you're gonna be like old Dag with your stupid little tangents. Yeah, I'm just not even gonna bother trying to read it, and oh god, your rants are even longer than old Dag's.
Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I'll be more careful from now on.
What is he, a human chatterbox?
Ugh, I have to question him? Oh great, you're like Edge with your little side-to-side head shake. Oh.
Fashion, cars, woman, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply.
Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is it his glasses that broke? Underneath the, because Maggie said that these glasses weren't hers.
Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down? I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong.
I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh, man.
I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso, with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you want to, you could call me a university student in transit.
Ahem, Mr. Wellington. On the day of the murder, you were strolling through the park, correct?
It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with mommy. If you must know, I am...
Anyway, please testify to this court what you saw during your walk through the park.
So you said it again, taking a walk. You know you...
What you witness will do, Mr. Wellington? Okay, what I saw that day. How many holes are we gonna poke in this one?
I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up and I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that...
Oh, yup, it was his glasses. It was definitely his glasses. Because he mentioned something about glasses, but he's not wearing glasses. Maggie said the glasses weren't his, sorry, glasses weren't hers. Glasses were found in the body. Said he saw a banana at the scene of the crime. That was certainly a decisive testimony.
Decisive? Did you hear what he just said?
Yeah.
That's all you have to say. How can you be so calm?
It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client.
You mean Maggie?
Yes. And if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth no matter how well you craft your lies. Okay, so I should just have to present the baseball glove when he says that the bananas fell from the freaking thing. Yeah, just go here. Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here.
Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me.
And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Isn't that the baseball glove?
Huh? What? A baseball glove?
Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite?
That's not. It's a no.
It's a no. Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes?
Huh? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden?
Your Honor, it is very simple to think of.
No, it's definitely not. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled.
You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean.
You're like those people who refuse to accept. Oh, here we go with your stupid rant again. You're just like Oldbag. You're just like, yet you're somehow worse than Oldbag. And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is.
They're both 200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right?
Why are you not wearing your glasses today then?
That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them.
How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing glasses then? How about it, witness?
You are an unrelenting, evil man. You're like those people who reject.
Oh my god, here we go again with your stupid rants. Even Oldbag didn't rant this much. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at the time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness.
But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path.
Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, please continue with your testimony.
Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime.
Okay, here we go again. He's already starting to panic.
The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes.
Okay, so I'll admit, I kind of zoned out at that one. The thing is, his voice is a little rough. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time keeping his voice. His voice and Maggie's voice, I'm having a hard time keeping consistent. So I focus more on that, and then so I'll just have to.
Which is why even someone with a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer.
Okay, so we're gonna need to think a little bit. We'll think about what he said when we actually cross-examine here. So all right, so. Girl on the upper path ran away as soon as you realized it was there. You immediately called the police station to report the crime. Must have been 6:45 when I made the. Wait a second. Didn't the murder took place at like 6:20? Yeah, 6:28. Objection. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. That'd be a 17-minute gap there, buddy. I guess math isn't your strong suit, but that would be a 17-minute gap. I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 17-minute gap, not 15.
The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to expect that he would be a little dazed.
17 minutes is probably what I would call a little dazed. Mr. Wellington.
Yes?
That was the wrong voice. Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 17? I refused to 15 minutes because that was not 15 minutes. Answer the question.
Telephone.
Spit it out.
I was searching for a phone booth.
A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone?
You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a matrioscal doll. You must think you're really something special.
Witness.
I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy?
You lost it. How convenient. Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings.
What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard that all genius—
Oh my god, would you just shut up? Enough! Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a second, he lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone, could it be? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Question further, obviously. Yeah, so I was about to say, Maggie found a phone, and then he got called. It was definitely the... Yep, okay, makes sense. Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now?
What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See? Here it is.
Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that was just maybe this was his. So it's mine then? Like, that's what I said initially. It's like, isn't this just my... No, she found it in the park then. Oh! They swapped phones. They swapped phones. That's what happened here. That's why, you know what? That's why my cell phone rang in the court lobby. He also took back, he swapped the phones. Why would he swap the phones? What reason would he have to swap the phones? I don't know. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by a search for his phone booth.
Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that.
You have any further questions, Mr. Wright? Is there something? Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone.
How dare you?
You can't just make outrageous claims like you have some sort of proof, don't you?
Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present proof the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. I'm not gonna present the cell phone because I still think this might be, like, they might have, I don't know for sure. Was there one at the scene of the crime, maybe? Oh, it's actually just right freaking there. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo?
Is there a problem with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you!
No!
It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Order! Order!
What is reporting the crime a little late proof for the defense?
A witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion onto his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness?
Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back.
But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him, so there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for his glasses. Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts what you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was? Yes, I have an idea. He was looking for his glasses. There's only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I probably should have said there was only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police ready? Because he was looking, either he was looking for, or he didn't have his glasses. Mr. Wellington.
Don't do that, you almost gave me a heart attack.
These are your glasses, aren't they?
Where did you find,
I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body.
Under the victim's body?
Order! Order!
I didn't confess or confirm anything.
Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time we've done this. Of course, that is precisely what I am doing. Oh, is this the new pursuit theme? I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. Okay, so new pursuit theme. Not quite as good as the classic pursuit theme. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah! This is so exciting watching you work again! You have no idea how exciting it is to see you back here. Except, why are you back here? Like, did they just drop that one on us? No explanation that she's just here? Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Ladies and gents, this is the moment you waited for.
Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer.
Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer.
In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer.
Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that?
Oh, you mean the name Maggie?
Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right?
But we already know this was... Yes, but the evidence you use is so flimsy. It's just like... After all, the defendant's name is Maggie and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground? But...
Wouldn't that mean the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name?
Because she said it on the phone call. That's how, because she said it on the phone call.
That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before this trial.
I forgot. Was there any way? Yes, there was a way, because of the phone call. It'd be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie.
No, will the defense please present this case? How could the witness know with this?
Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct?
So what if I didn't?
When you realized you had lost it, what did you do?
What did I do?
Didn't you try to find it by calling it?
Why you? How did you?
Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with...
Overruled. Mr. Wright, why are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder?
I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my...
Oh, we already heard all this. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake.
Fatal mistake?
My client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie. Again, you keep coming back to this, and it's so weak. It's actually just so weak. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Why could that be any different for the other guy?
Order, order.
But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive.
And your point is?
It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone.
That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
Can you explain what motive the witness could have had?
It's very simple, Your Honor. Is it very simple? Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but...
Now then, please present the court proof that the witness had a motive.
No. 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 No, no. 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 Oh. Oh, they were found on the phone. Okay. So he saw a cop, and he's like, hey, wait, Mr. Wellington's motive is right here.
What is this, a list?
These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found, and we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group.
You looked up all those numbers?
Of course. The list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group.
What? Con artists?
Can you explain why these members were on your phone, Mr. Wellington?
This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone.
No. Oh, stop it with your stupid rants. I'm not even kidding you. It's worse than Old Bag. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about.
You think any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me?
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't it obvious the witness is a member of that group? What else would possibly be true? Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group.
No.
All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain?
I
got you now. Uh-oh. Are we gonna get a breakdown?
Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
Your Honor, this isn't unjustified.
Yeah, you already tried that. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago.
But please, let's think about the content of that phone call.
Oh, we're gonna have to hear it again. Yep, we're gonna have to hear it again.
The defendant had already promised you he'll return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was make me spur to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone?
Because he saw a police officer. He's like, oh shoot, police officer, he's onto me. Gotta kill him. If you think about it logically, it makes sense. Then maybe we should try thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene. Yeah, he saw that he was a police officer. I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner.
But he was promised his phone, so why would he have to be unfriendly to the defendant?
I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. What was it, Mr. Wright? What was this something that it would, this? The cop. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim.
The victim? You mean Dustin Prince?
Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning his phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already wanted to check on the phone. And you went into a panic, is what you're saying? Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments?
I'm thinking.
It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh yikes. Okay, he's breaking down. He is breaking down.
Impressive, not bad for a person with a third-rate education.
What's that supposed to mean?
The evidence!
This guy's really creeping me out.
All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious calling group that. They're all on the phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof?
Your prince would probably be on it, right? You want proof that this phone is yours?
I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't have even the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to, but you can't be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton.
What? Just check for your phone prints, for fingerprints. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless evidence. Your Honor, this is bad. I can't let this turn the tables on me like this. The cell phone. There has to be something overlooked. There's got to be fingerprints on the phone. I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it up. Why did I do that? Why would I do that? That's so silly. That is such a silly thing to do. Like, there's times when there's no reason to do something, and then there's times when there's no reason to do something. He's made a complete recovery.
How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see?
And why don't we just call it? Just have Maya call my phone and see which one rings.
It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared.
Just ask Maya to freaking call my number and see which one of them rings. Mr. Wellington.
What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you.
Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, here we go again.
And of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Oh my, now I remember! We already heard all this. Oh, I can't skip this.
Ah, good, I finally found it.
So that's when.
What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes?
Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free. I know. Just call my phone. Just call my phone. If you cannot prove who the owner of the cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up with just call my phone. Just call my phone and see which one rings. This is not very difficult.
Don't blame yourself, you're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet.
Who I am? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination.
If that will be all, I'll have to bid you
Just call the phone! This is not complicated! Just call the phone! Literally, you pick up a phone! Pick up any phone! Any phone in the world. It could be the phone booth down the street. It could be Bob's phone back in his house. It could be a freaking satellite dish. I don't care. Just pick up something to call my phone. This is not a complicated concept. It's very, very simple. Why is nobody has any idea what to do here? Please wait, Your Honor. Alright, Nick. I think I might be able to prove it. Yeah, no crap, just freaking call the phone. Everything.
Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended.
This isn't part of it, this is just me. Oh, look at that, I made a phone call. Uh-oh, whatever will we do now? Oh no. You will not harass the witness, is that clear, Mr. Wright?
Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, attorney.
Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, right? You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over for your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period is ended.
Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence.
Oh.
Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Please send the one piece of evidence that will explain. Is my number on the business card? Hammer my cell phone number on the back. Yeah, it's on the business card. Just call the pick up a phone. Pick up any phone in the world. Here, please have one of mine. I don't want your stupid business card. Just call the phone. Call my phone. This is very simple. Just call my phone. This isn't the time to... Yeah, no crap, it's not. Your Honor. There's something very important about the card, and it's on the... I wrote it on the back. This card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call... Oh! Oh, now we're gonna call the cell phone! Oh, now we're gonna call the cell phone! Well, isn't that just so dandily convenient? It sure is too bad we couldn't have done this an hour ago. That's just too bad. Huh, right now the court is still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defendant preparing something, Mr. Wright? We are going to call my cell phone now, and then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... I'm too frustrated to enjoy this music right now. At least that music didn't. At least this music didn't. But I'm too frustrated by this game to even enjoy it anymore.
And what is with this stupid sounding ringtone?
Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Yikers. Okay. Is that case over? So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments.
Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding.
It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant Maggie Bird not guilty. Yay. I'm so happy. Wow, okay. Yikers. That's... Wow. That is all. This court is adjourned. I have some things to say about that. Okay. Yikers. September 8th, 2:16 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1.
I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I am so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me, huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor. I have all sorts of videos, got sick from all sorts of foods. Failed almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied to the game. Okay, that's pretty pathetic, actually. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the goddess of misfortune. Then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Ah, that's right, you were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner in my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true! My glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up. I don't think my head's that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life myself, starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name. You bet, I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks, you take care of yourselves too. What a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? Oh no, Phoenix, what have you done? What? I thought you said you got your memory back. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The Judge. He's a lovable... So the next case of the game is how Maya came back into Phoenix's life. Okay, I guess I can get behind that. Like, the first case introduces Maya as like, hey, look at me, and then the next case is like, oh, but let me show you how I got back here. I guess I can get behind that idea. Okay, wow, that was... Oh my god. A brain says that... Okay. I'm gonna need some time to think about that. Alright. That... I'm gonna be blunt, that case was, not good. It still had the same humor that the rest of the cases have had, but as far as the actual mystery itself goes, I'm sorry, but basing your entire case on the fact that his name was spelled incorrectly, or sorry, her name was spelled incorrectly, not your best work ever. That was kind of rough. Yeah, that's just like, I already went over how that doesn't make any sense at all. So, and then that was just the linchpin. And I thought maybe it'd be one thing, but no, they kept referring back to, oh, he spelled her name incorrectly. Gotcha. And just even just the general tone of it, it seemed, I can't really put my finger on it, but it just didn't, it wasn't as well thought out as the other cases have been. Because like even the first case in the first game, yeah, it was simple, but it still had a pretty clever twist to the end, and all the clues added up to everything. Like, so the first case was something that, like, if you have a logical mind, it's very, very easy. Because even if you're a very analytical thinker, these cases can still be quite a challenge sometimes. But the first case, very, very easy. Even the final twist, pretty simple. This case,
started off with, look in the court record, there's nothing here. Oh, it's because it's in the profiles of the court record, which I only mistakenly discovered because I accidentally, because my controller fell on the ground and hit the R button by mistake. So, you know, that's how that works, I guess. So, I gotta say, character-wise, I'm glad Maya's back, and I'm curious to see how, what the story is for how she came back in this case. But, as far as the plot goes and the mystery, that wasn't good at all. It's just like, ow. I don't know. I hope the rest of the game will be good. Obviously, I won't want this game to be bad, but as far as, like, that was not a good case to start off this game on, so let's hope this gets better. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. Goodbye.